I think one thing that strikes me about you though is you're so good in difficult times, because really that kind of sums up your job. You know, you come into people's life effectively at the worst time in their life, perhaps.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, what would you say for people that are joined the live now and they don't know much about your typical day and who you are? Could you give us a bit of background on what you do at the charity and what is a typical day for you before Corona, and then we'll find out a typical day now, because they're two very different situations, aren't they?
Yeah, very much so. I think before Corona, obviously, my role is very much forward-facing, you know, meeting patients, people who want to access the service. So generally speaking, I'm the first contact person that people have, whether they ring the charity or they contact us by email. It's usually me they get to speak to. And for some people,
are they nervous to see you? Are they nervous to see you, or are they happy? Like, what usually do the patients feel like when they first come into contact with you?
I think people are always a little bit apprehensive, especially if people are ringing up, and they'll usually start with, I don't know if you can help, but I just wanted to see, because people usually are in a situation of not knowing what to do. Yeah. So they'll contact the charity, and sometimes we are signposting them to other services or giving them advice. But for a lot of the time, it's because they want to know more about what we can do. And actually, for somebody to pick up the phone and contact the charity, it's a really big deal. So people are usually anxious. And I think after I've spoken with them, I think there's that sense of relief, like, oh gosh, somebody actually gets it. Somebody knows what to do next, because I don't. And I think that's the hard people. So yes, I have a lot of involvement with the Burns and Scar Rehabilitation Centre. So my work involves supporting patients with their emotional well-being, helping to coordinate the services that they access, whether that's activities that have been put together by the physio team, or whether that's looking at other providers who can help with things like mindfulness, meditation, dietitians. There's a whole team of people that work together, and I've got an amazing job because it's so varied, and I get to work with so many different people. There's no 2 days that are the same. Because in addition to the rehab centre, we've also have our hair restoration project and the hair transplant service that we offer. So every day is different.
Do you ever, because obviously, you know, you're a professional and this is your job, but it does go above and beyond the job. Because you are only human and you've got to connect with people at what's quite a traumatic time in their life. Do you ever find it difficult for yourself? Because, you know, I know for me, I've met so many different people that have been burnt in different ways, accidents, attack, self-harm, and I never stop getting that kind of throat feeling when I walk away. And I think, oh my God, that person's world has been turned upside down. And is it ever challenging for you?
I think there's definitely times where, you know, I wouldn't want to carry on doing the job if it didn't have an impact on me, you know, regardless of what I was doing, you know, because this is someone's life and I can walk away. That's the difference. So I just think anything that I can add or the other people in the service can add, you know, I think, you know, we're just very lucky that we're able to be here. And but it is hard. It is hard for people to you'd be able to accept help. And
I have to say in the comments, I've just noticed we've got some friends that have joined us tonight. We have Adele Bellis, who's an amazing fundraiser who has supported our charity. She's also got a book out called Brave that's available on Amazon that you can buy. We've also got Tulsi, who's been a fantastic support to us for our charity. She works as a motivational speaker. You can look her up and book her for talks. Both women have incredible resilience and strength. They've been through their own traumas. They've also survived burns and they've gone on to thrive. So hi, ladies. Thank you for joining our live. I've also noticed Lewis Moyers is here, who donates to the charity. Lots of you are donating and supporting us in this difficult time. I just want to say, if you do want to donate, you need to text KPF to 700-85 and that will donate £3 to the charity. So thank you everyone that's supporting. And Jay is here, our therapy up north. Jay, hello. Thank you for joining us. She's also a great supporter of our charity and has helped us and our survivors for a long, long time. What about anyone that's in this life now that is supporting a burn survivor? What advice would you give to them if they are struggling in isolation?
Yeah, I think there's lots of sort of top tips for looking after yourself, and I think it's really important staying connected. Like, like we said before about going out and clapping for the NHS, being part of something. If you can find out what resources are available in your area on, different WhatsApp groups have been set up. I think making that connection with someone, whether it's just pushing a note under their door if you've never spoken to them, just to say, I hope you're doing okay. It's just knowing somebody's thinking about you and you actually matter to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Or even waving. I've never spoken to one of my neighbours, but I'm conscious that when I walk past, when I go with the dog, I just give her a wave, and it's just you just make these like new connections with people.
And maybe actually, if you are suffering from social anxiety and you find it difficult to connect with people in regular life, maybe now is actually a good time to put yourself out there with a safe distance. And you might find that when this is all over, you're actually more sociable than you were pre-corona, pre-lockdown. Might be a time to break barriers down and improve confidence in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely, because people are having to do things differently, so they can't stick to. There's some benefits in having a familiar routine, but sometimes if you push slightly out of your comfort zone, you can actually find a new way of, like you said, making connections and having different kinds of routines set up in your life.
Yeah. So what about you? Are you missing work? Because you're beyond a job, really, what you do. It's a passion, isn't it, really?
Yes, absolutely. And I think because it's a small team, but everybody is equally as passionate about what they do. And that's very infectious. So even, the guys at Fairfield, the team there, the other people are involved, it's difficult. But, we have to make the most of this situation and, try and stay in contact in other ways, which is what we're doing, which is great.
I've just seen a comment here. Ashley has said, most definitely agree to this. I suffer with social anxiety, but I cannot wait to be able to go out and see people. Don't get me wrong, this will surely make me feel worse at first, but taking that first step will help. See, it's really funny because actually people with anxiety might find in this time they're less anxious because the usual triggers in the outside world aren't coming into that. Thank you, Ashley, for that. Also, Danielle's just joined. Danielle Branch. Hello, Danielle. So to have you here, such a fantastic member of our team. Has done so much for the Katie Pride Foundation, so big shout out to you. Wendy says she hasn't been out for 3 weeks. Well, yeah, I think we're all. I think it's been 4 weeks even, hasn't it? I'm sure.
I think it's getting close, isn't it? Yeah, I think it was a Tuesday, wasn't it? So it's just over 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I'm putting on lipstick to go to the co-op because that's my only outing that I ever have.
I'm impressed.
Flying Buzzard says a lot of people suffer in silence. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And I think, we've set up the survivor support line. And I think that's why we set it up, because not everyone wants to connect in this way. Some people want a phone number, they want an email address, but I suppose for us at the charity, that's the point. We're there in a very private, confidential way. Although we've come on here live tonight together, we wouldn't discuss different patients. And, if people do want to contact us, it will always be confidential.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Rachel's just said she loves Co-op, but she doesn't like Tesco. So thanks for that.
Okay.
Ashley said it's really nice to see people coming together, and I think that's right. That's the kind of positive, isn't it, that we're seeing. I know for the charity, we're seeing people in such a difficult financial climate still wanting to fundraise for us, and actually that speaks volumes about society and their compassion. Have you heard about the 2-6 fundraising challenge?
Yes, I had a brief conversation before about it. So, it'd be really good to hear a bit more about it though, Katie.
So basically, it's an official fundraising challenge. So you can Google it, the 2-6 or 2.6 challenge. And there's official fundraising pages, a bit like a Just Giving type sponsorship page. And you go on there and you choose your challenge. And it has to be 26 something. So you could choose to do 26 burpees, play 26 of your favourite songs back to back and dance to 26 of them. But whatever your challenge is, it needs to be 26 things. And then when you go on the official website, it's got a whole drop down bar and you choose what charity you do it in aid of. And we've been nominated as one of the charities. So then you get all your friends to sponsor you. And yeah, so please consider us, because we are still running, as you said, Johanne. We're still offering our services. We're supporting the NHS, and we need to fundraise.
It's such a shame Easter's been and gone, because I'm sure I could manage 26 Easter eggs back to back, but I've lost the chance now.
Let's do 26 press-ups, not eat 26 Easter eggs. It's been so good to chat to you, and you know, I know just like me, you're a mum as well, and it's not easy to keep working when, you know, you're being a mum, you're being a cleaner, you're being a cook, and you know, you're so many different things to so many different people. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for agreeing to come on the internet, because you're very anonymous normally, aren't you?
Yes, normally I'm behind the scenes, definitely not at the front.
Yeah, but I'm glad you came at the front tonight, because it's been really interesting to find out a little bit more about, you know, what you're doing, and I think it's reassuring to know, actually, you know, if you're on this live and you have got burns and scars, or you've got a family member that has, please do still contact us. We are very much open to support you. We are here. We are trying to take the pressure off the NHS and the burns unit. So please do get in touch with us, and we will support you in the best way that we can.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. It's been really nice to see another human.
Nice to speak with you, Katie.
Yeah, take care. Have a lovely evening, Johanne.
Bye.
And thank you, everyone that joined. Cheers, everyone. Bye. Bye.